Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in on this Saturday afternoon for today's presentation of the WBBL, presented here live on the WBBL official YouTube channel. I'm Atticus P, joined now by Reese Jones. We're both from Cardiff Met Sport TV. Reese, can we arrogantly say the voice of Cardiff Met Archer basketball?
I think so. I think it's fair enough. I think we've put in enough hours to warrant that title.
Jokingly. Well, today's game is a big one for both teams. Cardiff Met coming into the day 2-13 here at home against the Caledonia Pride, 6-10. The Pride in 8th place heading into the game today. Archers, bottom of the league in 13th, looking for their first home win of the season. Looking for anything to get them out of the basement right now. Tip-off will be in about 5 minutes' time. Both these teams, again, this is a really important game for both. For Caledonia, they need every win they can get. They're in 8th place right now, 12 points on the season. They have 2 points more than the Newcastle Eagles behind them and 4 more than the Durham Palatinates. The problem is they've already got 2 games in hand on both teams, and this will make it 3 with the game today. So they really need a win here in the Archers Arena in Cardiff, Wales, looking to get as many points as they can, secure that 8th spot. For Cardiff Met, with 9 games to go on the season, you got to start winning. You got to start winning sometime. It's got to happen now. 2 wins this season. They've both come on the road. They have not won since October 16th. Quite a while, Reese. I don't know what's causing it. Why have the Archers not won a home game this season?
I'm not sure. I mean, a couple of the days that we've had, double and triple header games here where there's just been loads of action in the Archers Arena. They've built up a couple decent crowds, so I don't think it's a support issue. I'm not really sure why it's only away from home that they've been winning. But I mean, I don't want to say they've only been winning away from home because that is only 2 wins on its own. But,
very true.
I think there's just been a lot of different contributing factors to the just lack of victories for Cardiff Met this season. I think the lack of size compared to some of the other teams that they've faced this season. They've only really got the likes of Mara Marquezzotti to combat some of the size that other teams have been putting up against them this season.
Yeah.
They've had quite a few shooting woes. The games that they've played this season, there's been a number of games that I've called for them where their shooting has been below or around 25% from the field in general, which is simply not enough to win basketball games. So I think there's a lot of contributing factors. I don't think you can blame it on a lack of support from Cardiff Met. There's a decent crowd in here today. I see a couple youth and academy players with their Cardiff Met Archers basketballs T-shirts on. So, hopefully the Archers today can perform for these fans.
Well, I know there's supposedly a rugby game going on right now, some Wales rugby thing. Well, let me just tell you the truth right now. It doesn't really matter. This is more important than that. So you're in the right spot if you're here today. If you're not, well, you're going to join in soon enough because this is going to be a great game. We're really excited for this game today. Again, Cardiff Met going for that first home win of the season. Caledonia. This is the first time both these teams have played each other this season. They'll both play again in the last game of the season for both squads as well. Both teams will head to the bench here. We'll talk about what's coming up in just a moment. A recognition for Betty Codona, who has just passed away, sadly, this week. Before we get there, though, what we're really looking forward to today for both these teams is just offensive action. Both teams looking to score lots of points today. And this is, weirdly enough, this is the only game in the WBBL with 2 teams that are not in Britain or England. Wales, obviously, this is where we are today. We're in Archers Arena in Cardiff for the Cardiff Met Archers. Caledonia Pride from Scotland. How do you pronounce this, Reese? Edinburgh?
Oh, no.
Is that not how you say it?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Edinburgh.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
My
God.
director corrects me and says it's Edinburgh.
Oh,
she
no.
groans.
It's like Worcester and Leicester all over again. Oh, no.
As an American who's just moved here, the hardest part of all this stuff for me is figuring out how to pronounce these things. These city names are strange. I don't understand why Edinburgh isn't just Edinburgh, but whatever. It's Edinburgh. So there we go. Apologies at home if you're cringing when you hear that. That's on me.
Well, Wales is indeed part of Britain, but I know what you're saying. Just not in England, yeah.
In England, there it is.
There we go. But I'm not. Regardless, I am not envious of the trek that Caledonia have needed to get down here today.
Well, both teams will come out here for recognition for Betty Codona, who again sadly passed away this week. She was such a big proponent for women's basketball in the game here in the UK. The WBBL trophy every year is named after her. She spent 60 years dedicated to women's basketball. Founded the Sheffield Hatters back in 1961 when she was a PE teacher. She's won 40 trophies as a head coach between 1989 and 2009, 65 trophies for the Sheffield Hatters, in large part due to her, most successful team ever, and she's the most successful coach ever of all time. She is the dynasty in women's basketball. For all those at home, we'll stand here for 24 seconds of clapping and applause in honor of Betty Codona. Please join us here at home, one of the all-time greats who's passed away this week. Well, thank you for joining us there. Thank you for joining us here for this game today. Although Mrs. Codona has passed away this week, she leaves behind an incredible legacy here in the WBBL and women's basketball all across the United Kingdom. We're really proud and honored to be a part of this here today. The WBBL continues, and it's stronger and better than ever. Opening tip up and away. It's up and back. Caledonia come away with the ball. Lake and James has got it, and that's how we start this game off. Out on the perimeter, Maud Ranger gets it back to James. Sent inside to Elise Tweedy. James got it again. James pushing Psyche, trying to go inside. Can't do it. Checks the ball in, looking for Ranger. Can't do it. Out of bounds. All the Archer basketball. Starting five for both teams on the floor. Number 4, Maud Ranger for the Pride. Number 5, Sean Phillips. Number 11, Taylor Edwards. Number 25, Elise Tweedy. With 55, Lake and James. For the Archers, number 3, Lauren Psyche. Number 8, Sarah Jorgensen. 13, Kim Kang. Number 15, Mara Marcazzati. Number 22, Shannon Hatch. The league leader in points, 19 per game. Sarah Jorgensen on the ball now, 10 on the shot clock. Psyche looks to make something happen. Got a screen from Marcazzati if she wants it. Got space, checks back in. Jorgensen, 4 to go. Almost gets it stripped. It's down on the floor. And that's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to the Archers. Good defense there from Ranger.
And I like this starting 5 from Cardiff Met today. A very offensive starting 5 from them. Kim Kang, a bit of a sharpshooter. Lauren Psyche, the ball handler. Shannon Hatch does a bit of everything, leading scorer in the league.
Shot clock violation, just 2 seconds on the clock there. I thought inbound.
But I like this lineup. Cardiff Met, I think, is going to try to take it to Caledonia today. This is one of their best chances at a victory here at the Archers Arena this season.
Well, your head coaches today as well. Head coach Steph Collins for Cardiff Met. And for the Caledonia Pride, head coach Bart Singers here today. On the ball now, looking to come inside is Tweedy. She'll dump it off instead. Euro step inside, beats Shannon Hatch. In for 2 goes Sean Phillips. 2-0. Caledonia Pride take the lead.
Unbelievable move from Sean Phillips there.
I like that.
A little Euro step, love it.
Psyche on the ball, James guarding her. Marcazzati backing down the defender. One-handed lays it up and in. That is so important today, Reese. One of the big problems in the past few weeks has been in size and stuff on the interior for Cardiff Met.
They haven't been able to put up really that much physical matchups in Mara Marcazzati, where got Taylor Edwards there getting a really difficult finish there. The and one, she's going to be shooting an extra one for the three-point play. But as you just mentioned, Mara Marcazzati has been one of the focal points for Cardiff Met the past few weeks, and she's going to be so important to any success that they have today. She's put herself in some positions to succeed and to use her size, but she hasn't had that finishing touch these past few weeks. So positive start for her, getting a nice early finish.
That free throw is off. Cardiff Met come away with it here. Lauren Psyche to take it up the court here. Archers down by 2, first minute and a half of the game. King's got it now, cuts inside, fake pass, gets it to Marcazzati, who loses the handle, still got the ball. Down on the floor, she's out of bounds. That's Pride basketball. So I think the big problem coming into today, Reese, Archers giving up a lot of points, giving up 79 points per game. You're not going to win many games like that. Pride only giving up 69. Is that what we should look for today?
I think so. I mean, we've already seen a strong offensive start from the Pride. You know, they've got a lot of confidence in their ball handling, really, with everybody who I've seen on the ball so far. And I don't think they're afraid to go in tough for some tough shots at the paint. And so I think Mara Marcazzati, again, as I've been saying, she's going to be very important on both sides of the ball today. But I think it's going to be a big focal point, stopping their scoring output while trying to equal their scoring output on the offensive side of the ball.
Little jump off in the paint. Nice basket off the window. 2 points for Elise Tweedy there. Pride, 6-2 lead here to start this game off. Jorgensen checks it into Marcazzati, backing down. Tweedy again, lays it in. It's not going to fall this time. That play seems to be there all the time. Edwards, James coming in. James, pull up Jay, not going to fall. Marcazzati tries to grab it, can't. Rolls around, King's got it. Jorgensen's going to pull back here. She's going to cut inside. Little miscommunication on defense. Up, in, and one.
And James there just got drawn out by Kim Kang, making that darting run to the corner. And Sarah Jorgensen had the open lane just to cut inside. Use her strength, use her deft finishing ability with her left hand. She's going to try to complete the three-point play here.
Jorgensen 76% from the free throw line this season. Go a little higher than that now. She gets the three-point play to drop. Archers, 5 points to the Pride, 6. Runjay out on the wing. James at the top. Lakin James looking to make something happen. Comes around the perimeter and dumps it off. Taylor Edwards going back to James, too far. Runjay saves it. 6 to go on the clock. 5. James coming inside. Hatch on her. Up. Off the glass again and in. Lakin James averaging 15.5 points per game this season.
And you can see why. She looks so confident on the ball handling, and she looks confident when she pulls up and takes a shot as well.
Long range three from Hatch, in and out. Good look, couldn't get it to drop. Pass too far for James, out of bounds. It's going to be Archer basketball here. Cardiff Met looking to turn things around. Again, they have not won in months. Haven't won since October 16th against Durham. Since then, just a lot of losses. Trying to turn things around here today at home, get their first home win of the season. Good crowd here today. Good energy from the Archers as well. They're locked in, hoping to get this win. Caledonia Pride looking to stop the party. Hatch turns around, not going to fall. Big rebound there from Tweedy.
Tough basket there from Shannon Hatch. It's going to be really difficult to make that shot on a consistent basis to fade away.
Rangier, 3, drops it in. 3 more for the Pride as they take an 11-5 lead, Reese.
It's going to be really important for the Archers that they try to mitigate Caledonia's three-point shooting opportunities as much as possible, because Cardiff Met don't really have a great scoring output from 3 themselves, so it's going to be hard to equal that.
Rangier looking to make space inside, interior. Tweedy swatted away from behind by Marcazzati. Good block. Psyche coming inside the paint on the other end. Sean Phillips on her, dumps it off. Jorgensen, underhand layup, in off the glass. Nice looking play.
From both sides of the court, on both coasts.
James hesitates inside. Jorgensen recovers. Rangier on the wing. Goes back to Phillips. They'll reset. 12 on the clock. Hatch on her. Sean Phillips, strong step inside. She's fouled on the way up. 2 to come.
Caledonia so far, most of their players, Lakin James, Sean Phillips, and Rangier as well, seem so aware of when they should pull up and take some of these shots, and they have such good control of their body as well. I've seen, Lakin James early on an earlier possession went up and pulled up on a shot with her body movement. She probably jumped about 2 or 3 feet side to side midair on the shot that she put up, and they've just showcased an excellent ability to control their bodies in the air and control their shooting output.
First free throw drops in for Phillips. As the Pride have a 5-point lead, looking to make it 6 early. Everyone in the starting 5 for the Pride on the board now. Second free throw up and in as well for Sean Phillips. She's up to 4 points now. Sarah Jorgensen lead is all scorers in the game right now with 5. 16 on the clock. Jorgensen's got a couple screens. Tries to drop it over to James. James steals it, sorry. Going for Psyche. Out of bounds.
A light flashed before my eyes there. Felt like James was going to absolutely tumble into the commentary table.
See, I don't think so, Reese. Lakin James is American, too. She wouldn't hurt us, right?
No shot. Absolutely. She's on our team.
Psyche gets screened, comes around. Hatch tries to get it. Another big steal there from Lakin James. Over to Edwards. Edwards in the paint, lays it up, and it's in off the back iron. Timeout called by the Archers here. 7-15. The time on our score clock, apologies for that, it's a little bit off right now. 5 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here in the first half. Pride leading 15-7. Really big opening first quarter here for the Pride, Reese.
I think it's pretty scary, as you mentioned before. All the starting 5 for the Pride putting points on the board, and I think that scares me as an Archer fan. I think it makes it a lot more difficult to pinpoint where you need to maybe throw double teams or throw a bit of pressure. They're showing Caledonia that anybody can score, anybody's a threat, anybody can pull up or go inside and drive to the basket at any time, as we've seen in these opening 5 minutes. So really scary times if you're an Archer.
Well, everyone on the Pride starting five averages double digits or more, except for Elise Tweedy, only averages 5.5. Everybody else 12 points or higher. Again, Lakin James leads the way with 15.5 per game, 7th in the league. But Taylor Edwards, no slouch, 13 of her own per game. Sean Phillips with 14, and Maud Rangier with 12. And again, the Archers concede about 79 points per game. Defensively, they need to make things work. Our scoreboard should be corrected, so we should be good to go here. 5:07 left to go here in the first quarter. Archers down by 8. Shanahan down to Karis Roy, just checked into the game. Roy spins. That's her favorite move off the glass. Nowhere close. Good defense from Tweedy. Edwards takes it downhill. Dump off. No look. Sean Phillips dumps it in. 2 more for the Pride.
They look automatic on offense. It's a little frightening.
Cardiff Met looking to respond here. Laura Shanahan also just recently checked in. Over to Roy. Psyche at the top. James on her. James, nice steal from the back. Throws Psyche off her. Over to Edwards. Edwards is open. She's going to pull up from deep 2. Can't get the stroke to fall. Psyche with the rebound. Psyche takes it across court here. Cardiff Met need to get some shots to fall. Nothing going their way so far. 3 of 7 from the floor right now. Psyche coming inside. Edwards tries to stab it away from behind. Almost does. Goes up and she's fouled. 2 shots to come from Lauren Psyche here.
I don't mind the chance creation from Cardiff Met so far, but when Caledonia are so automatic and they can put points on the board within 5 seconds of getting the ball in their hands, Cardiff Met needs to do something to equal that or better it. And given that their 3-point shooting output is not that great over the course of the season, they're going to have to start getting some more quick points on the board instead of drawing out the shot clock as much.
Well, the strange thing about this is, really good offensive start here for the Pride. Really, their starting five will average double digits per game. But for the Pride, they started the season terribly, just 2-10 in their first 12 games. They're on a 4-game winning streak right now, though, looking to make it 5 here today. Edwards comes inside, lays it up, doesn't get it to fall. Jorgensen with the rebound. Long pass up for Psyche. Psyche bats it down, left hand up, off the window, in again.
That touch from Lauren Psyche was absolutely perfect. Absolutely led the ball into her path, and she made it look a lot more simple than it actually was.
Impressive, indeed. Inside, Tweedy looking to spin around Roy. Jorgensen pulls her up, though. Edwards, no-look pass inside to Lakin James. Wow.
Oh, goodness
Wow,
me.
one of the plays of the game right there. No-look interior pass right into James's stride.
As I've been saying, everybody on Caledonia looks so comfortable on the ball, whether it's pulling up for a shot or creating shooting opportunities for their teammates. It's really scary that anybody can do that. It's tough to guard.
Off Shannon Hatch's leg, and this will be an Archer turnover. As for the first time coming into the game is Maela Falou. Coming on for Taylor Edwards for the Pride. This is actually Archer basketball here. Archer's down by 10 early. Need a lot to come back here. Psyche into Hatch quickly. Hatch still no points for her. Off the glass, nothing doing. Driving it inside, thrown away to Laura Shanahan. Archers with a big steal. Jorgensen to take this up the floor again. Got Roy in front of her. She'll pull up her dribble a little early. Roy's got it. Can back down Tweedy if she wants. Fakes it. Over to Hatch. Off her hands. Out of bounds.
Yeah, Cardiff Met have got to do something to get Shannon Hatch going. Top scorer in the league. No points in the opening 7.5 minutes. And when your top scorer isn't scoring any points or creating that many opportunities, it's going to be really difficult for anybody else to pick up the pieces.
Ball stabbed away by Maud Rangier there. Sarah Wagstaff to inbound it. Sarah Wagstaff, this is actually her 101st WBBL appearance. One of only 12 players to reach 100 appearances in this league. Nice little pass off the backside, and it's stolen away. Sean Phillips got it one-on-one with Shannon Hatch. Got Falou on the backside. Phillips goes up on her own. Reverse layup. Tosses it in.
As much of an experienced play as that was from Sarah Wagstaff right after you mentioned her 101st appearance, I don't think anybody else on Cardiff Met knew that was coming either.
Hatch deep two is not going to fall. Archer's in trouble early here. Falou's got it. James, one-on-one. James looking to go inside, pulls it back. Over instead. Ranger's got it again. Psyche on her, goes over the screen. Coming inside is Phillips again. Splits two defenders, up and in. Unstoppable play. 23-9. Laura Shanahan's bringing it up for the Archers now. Something's got to change here and change quickly. Wagstaff under pressure immediately from Falou. Over to Karis Roy at the top. Psyche with James on her. Psyche pulls up from two, not going to fall. I don't think you like that shot if you're head coach Steph Collins, Reese.
Not with all the pressure on her front foot, and then she tries to alleviate that pressure with the fadeaway on her back foot, and that's such a difficult shot. All of the shooting arc is coming directly from your arms, no power from your legs at all.
Well, another J missed from Lauren Psyche again. Falou coming up the floor now. Falou with Roy on her, fakes the pass, tries to go up. Nice block from Karis Roy, a second for the Archers so far. Lakin James from three, it's up. Still not going to fall. Wagstaff going to eventually grab the rebound. She'll dump it off to Lauren Psyche, relieve that pressure there. Ball thrown away by Lauren Psyche, looking for Sarah Wagstaff. Just missed her. Subs to come here as Karis Roy and Lauren Psyche check off the floor. Sarah Jorgensen and Mara Marcasati coming back on the floor. Well, obviously, I mean, if you're watching this game, got some nicer camera quality here than we're used to today, Reese. Pretty excited for that one.
Definitely. I appreciate the broadcast crew coming out today and assisting us in our commentary, getting some nicer pictures than usual.
Hatch knocks it away, but Sean Phillips has it still. 10 to go. Phillips, 2 steps inside, beats the whole team and lays it in. Sean Phillips is on fire right now.
It was Michael Jordan-esque. Took 2 steps from outside the three-point line and gets the finger roll finish.
Shanahan can't respond. Coming inside again, McGarrigan off the glass, in and out. I don't know how, neither does she. Jorgensen's got it now. Archer's looking to slow things down and, well, get on the board here as they're down by 16 early. Drive inside from Shanahan, goes up and she's fouled by Phillips. Gonna have 2 shots to come here. You can see Coach Steph Collins already in conversation with assistant coach Luke Strong, looking for, Cardiff Met looking for any answers they can get right now. 2 free throws to come here from Shanahan, looking to get her first points on the board. Averages about 4 per game this season. First one up and falls. About 50% from the line so far this year. Well, neither of these teams have been to the playoffs in quite a while, Reese. Archers haven't been since 2017-18 season. Pride, same thing. Early foul called on Shannon Hatch here. So both teams looking to make the playoffs for the first time in years. Pride already off to a good start in 8th.
And honestly, when you just mentioned Steph Collins looking for some answers with the assistant coach there going into this quarter break, I think it's as simple as Caledonia have just outclassed Cardiff Met. They've just been a better team, made tougher shots, made more tougher shots. I think that's going to be the end of the first quarter there, but I think Caledonia have got a much better chance of making a playoff run, and as they've already started to do so, than Cardiff Met at the moment.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter, 25-9. Apologies, the scoreboard is behind us, so I wasn't looking at it at the time. In my defense, I mean, the Pride, they're scoring whatever they want. I'm having too much fun watching them on the court right now to care about the time, Reese.
Definitely.
25 early points, and they're 25 impressive early points. End of this first quarter, what are you looking at? What are they doing so well? I know you just mentioned they're hitting tough shots, but what else are they doing that's giving Cardiff Met such problems at home today?
Well, I think the difficult part for Cardiff Met, if you're an Archer on defense, is, as I've been saying, anybody can make that key pass, pull up, make that tough shot, or drive inside whenever they want to. Whereas usually Cardiff Met have only got 1 or 2 focal points on the opposition that they can try to shut down, and hopefully that keeps them in the game. With Caledonia, the amount of talent that they've got at every single position, every single person on the floor, you've got to match that man-to-man defense, and Cardiff Met simply are getting outclassed at the moment.
Not only that, 11 fast break points for Caledonia in the first quarter, only 2 for Cardiff Met. Clearly it shows, not just on the scoreboard, but in the energy as well. Caledonia have come to play today. Cardiff Met caught a little on their heels here. Looking to reset here as Mara Marquezade leads them in the huddle. We're just about ready to start the second quarter. Got a good crowd here today. Lots of kids here from local colleges and schools here to support the Archers in Cardiff. Excited to see that. It's been a fun day here. We had the British Wheelchair Basketball Women's Premier League match before this, a 63-43 win by the Archers over the East London Phoenix. We haven't been to a double or triple header so far this season, Reese, where all the Archer teams have won. And Cardiff Met, if they want to change that today, need to come back here.
Yes, they do. And I think this has been the trend that we've seen from Cardiff Met so far this season. They tend to go down early, and when they do go down to a gap like this, I mean, a 15-point gap already after the first quarter, they just tend to, it's too big of a hole for them to dig themselves out of.
Looking to change the narrative right now. Eva Kerr dumps it off. James coming inside. Quick kick back out. Long range 3 up. Doesn't fall from Falou. Good offensive rebound from Lakin James again. James, energy causing all kinds of problems. Comes inside, no look pass, out. Rose Harvey comes in just into the game, gets it stripped, and we've got a foul called on Lauren Psyche. The most impressive, oh sorry, Reese, go ahead.
I was just about to say, Lakin James is lights out at the moment. You know, her ability to draw the pressure, draw the contact, and then just kick it out to somebody on the outside of the three-point line, while also being a scoring threat herself. And she's so active on defense. She contributed to the steals of the 4 in that first quarter that led to so many of those fast break points for Caledonia. She's just different gravy right now.
She's going to cause a lot of problems for Cardiff Met. You can already see that. Archers do come away with it, though, and Jorgensen gets it out to Psyche with 14 on the clock. Got a screen waiting for her, takes it, but then pulls back. Lets James get in front of her. Jorgensen coming around, 7 to go. Tries to float it inside to Marquezade. It looks like Marquezade wasn't looking. I think they drew that play up well, just couldn't get it to the right spot.
And I saw Marquezade trying to tussle with anybody else that was in the paint. She was trying to use her body quite well and created some space, but there's just not a great connection between all the Archers. Passes going astray and shots not going to plan.
Pass inside, rolls off of Kerr's foot, and that's going to be Archer basketball off that turnover. Jorgensen takes it up here, looking to come inside as James on the backside floats it up and in. Big 2 points for Cardiff Met, first in a while. Going up to Rose Harvey. Harvey gets the front screen from Kerr and then bricks it. Long pass, Wagstaff, Psyche. Psyche looking to beat Falou. Tries to pull it up and spin. She's fouled on the way up. 2 and 1. 3-point play coming from the Archers here.
And if there was a change of momentum that Cardiff Met needed, this was it. Quick 4 points in the last 30 seconds. Lauren Psyche drawing that contact as she always does, drawing that pressure. She's going to try to make it a 3-point play and cut the lead for Caledonia to just 10.
This free throw here to come from Lauren Psyche. 84% from the line this season. Knocks it in as well. Falou comes out of the break, driving up the court here. Jorgensen on her. Out to the recently checked in Zoe Sharp. Back, Kerr coming inside. Knocked away by Lemoyne, out of bounds. And that is going to be Caledonia Pride basketball. Well, at a request from our cameraman, the score in the Welsh rugby game is 15-14, Italy on the lead here. I know he sacrificed the Saturday to be with us and bring his camera down, so we're really grateful for that. Thanks, Griff. Long range 3 up from Lakin James, drops it in. 3 more for the Pride. Big lead so far. Psyche's got it. Lakin James one-on-one with her. Pulls up, deep 2. Drops it in, all right. 11-point Pride lead now.
And with Shannon Hatch not contributing to the scoring so far in this game, it's Lauren Psyche who's going to try to pick up the pieces on her own. She's been the heart and soul of this 6-point renaissance for Cardiff Met in the last minute or so.
Foul. Erin McGarrigan hit there by Sarah Jorgensen. And that's another foul on the Archers. This one will be inbounded from the baseline. We've actually got 2 shots, sorry. Bit of confusion there. 2 shots to come here for the Pride as they look to get to 30 points. Just over 2 minutes into the second quarter now. McGarrigan looking for her first points of the day today, averaging about 7 per game this season as the first goes off the iron. McGarrigan shoots about 70% from the line. She'll hit 1 of 2. And Lauren Psyche collects the inbound pass. Looking to take it up the floor here. She's got Lakin James off of her. Hopefully the Archers can use that to her advantage. Psyche takes that deep 2 from the same spot, rims around it in. Falou's now got it. Psyche on her again. Kerr. Foul called. Just too close from Mara Marcazzati. Another foul on her.
Lauren Psyche's trying to put the Archers on her back right now. She's pulling up some difficult shots. She's knocking them down, which is promising, but I don't know how long she's going to be able to keep up that scoring output, but she gets the steal.
Away, Psyche, up, foul. 2 to come. Shannon Hatchwatch saying sportsmanlike foul, not quite, just a shooting foul called here. 2 shots to come. Just 2 to come here for Lauren Psyche. All the Archers players looking for anything they can get on that unsportsmanlike call. It's not going to come. That was just a common foul. Well, big problem so far for the Archers, Reese. Sarah Jorgensen with 2 fouls, Shannon Hatch with 2 fouls. If you're going to have any chance winning this game, Shannon Hatch cannot foul out of this game.
I mean, neither can Jorgensen.
That's true.
Jorgensen on 7 points at the moment, Shannon Hatch on 0. Neither of them. You can't afford to lose. They're too important to the scoring output along with Lauren Psyche, that if you have any chance of trying to keep yourselves in this game, on offense at least, they cannot go off the floor.
That last free throw puts Psyche up to 10 points. She'll look to make it 11 here, and she will. 11 points for her so far this game. Checking back onto the floor is Sean Phillips. Phillips, leading scorer of all players in the game, 12 points in those opening 10 minutes in the first quarter. She'll come on the floor for Eva Kerr. Archers looking to cause some problems with the full court press here. Jorgensen up tight on Lakin James. Ball struggling for it there. Sarah Wagstaff forces a jump ball. Possession arrow points for the Archers. Zoe Sharp just got caught up a little there. Lemoyne gets it in to Jorgensen, and she'll set this play up for the Archers. Sharp on her, bit of a back screen from Psyche. I don't think it was intentional. James on Psyche now. Got a screen from Marcazzati, got some space, lays it over. Marcazzati spins around, can't lay it in. Why didn't she just go to the basket?
I don't know why she spun around there. She got the ball facing the rim and then spun around in a little circle and made the shot a lot more difficult.
Sean Phillips tries the same play she's been doing all game again. Tried that Euro step inside hard, didn't get it to go. She's fouled. That's the 3rd foul on her. 3rd foul that's been committed on her so far this game. Most fouled player in the game so far. Easy to see why. Pride stack up. Looking to get an inbound pass here from Taylor Edwards. Sent in, Edwards got it again. Knocked back by Lemoyne. Lemoyne on her immediately. Edwards gets it over to Phillips. Phillips just pushes Psyche away, lays it up, won't get it to fall. Psyche wants an offensive foul for the elbows. But to be fair, Sean Phillips has like a foot of height on her. So,
yeah, there's not a whole lot Lauren Psyche's going to do in the low post against somebody the size of Sean Phillips.
That's a tough assignment. 2 fouls on Psyche already. Stays on the floor, though, along with Sarah Jorgensen. Both have 2 fouls early in the first half of this second quarter. Other free throw drops in. 31-21. Pride up to a 10-point lead. Archers trying to cut it back again. Jorgensen one-on-one with Edwards. Over to Wagstaff. Sharp on her. Wagstaff comes around the corner. Trying to get to the basket. Up off the iron. Won't fall. Going to the line for 2. Now, Reese, as we talked to the Archers in practice this week, one of the strangest things that they mentioned is that the rims on this court, the show court that they call it, when they bring out the hoops, they hate the rims here because they're really hard. And the free throws and shots don't drop as easily. You agree?
Well, Yes, I think I do.
There you go. Perfect time.
I was waiting to see what happened on that one. I have mentioned a couple times as they've had a couple easy shooting opportunities inside in the post in games prior that it looks like there's got to be like some glass over the basket or something. Like some of these shots that look like they are nailed on to fall just simply aren't falling for the Archers. So I'd be inclined to agree, I think. But I don't think it can be an excuse for the consistent low scoring output that the Archers have had in the Archers Arena this season. I mean, like you said, they've gone winless at the Archers Arena at home this season. So I don't want to put it on the rims, but you can.
That's
it's
probably right.
Fair to say it's a contributing factor.
Archers outscored 25-10 in the opening quarter. Second free throw drop for Wagstaff. We're down to a 9-point Pride lead. Phillips gets it over. McGarrigan got it. Marcazotti on her. James at the top. Psyche on. McGarrigan again. Lays it off. Edwards off the handoff, driving into the paint. Loses the handle, falls to the floor, out of bounds. No foul called. Archer basketball.
I think Edwards is thinking the same thing I am. She had quite a bit of contact in the back there. It kind of forced her momentum forwards and lost her footing.
Jorgensen tosses it into Psyche, and she'll take it up the court again here. Psyche, the leading scorer for the Archers with 11 so far in this game, shooting 71% from the field. Jorgensen, Edwards on her. Got a bit of a screen. Marcazotti's open. She's got Wagstaff far side. Takes the spinning Jay. Still can't get it to fall. Got the offensive rebound. 10 to go on the clock. Psyche coming in. Wants space against James. Can't get it. Jorgensen around the perimeter. Pulls back. Dumps it off. Up. Glass. In. Big bucket. Archers coming back. Down by 7.
Mara Marcazotti tried that same move on McGarrigan, but McGarrigan got a bit of contact on the first one. Marcazotti made her pay on the second go.
Psyche got it, slapped it away. Lemoyne. Don't know how the Pride didn't get that offensive rebound. Psyche gets it over to Jorgensen. She's got a screen from Marcazotti in front of her if she wants it. She'll get it. Tries to go up. James, quick hands, knocks it away. Out on the ground. I think we've got a jump ball. We do. And that possession now going to be going to the Caledonia Pride. We're checking into the game for the first time. Issy Bunyan-Reese, she's been ice cold from the floor the past few weeks. Just 5 points in her last WBBL games. Missed the last one for a Women's National Basketball League fixture. Hoping for more today.
And I think they've been letting her get some minutes, some heavy minutes on the NBL team. And hopefully that'll contribute to her improving form, or hopeful improving form.
Deep three from Runje. Sorry, Reese.
No,
off the rim.
Ahead. Yeah, they need something from their bench players, the Archers, today, especially with Shannon Hatch still on 0 points, but we haven't seen much of her in the second quarter. She's on the bike at the moment, but they need some scoring output from the bench players today.
Knocked out of bounds by Taylor Edwards. That's going to be Archer basketball. Like you said, Reese, off the bench, not a whole lot for either team. Archers have 2 points, one from Wagstaff, one from Shanahan, and the Pride only have one from Aaron McGarrigan. Jorgensen tries to come in. Marcazotti's got it back to her. Psyche, deep two, up, off the rim, out. And that's going to be out of bounds. Marcazotti knocked it into Edwards' hands. It's going to be Archer basketball.
Sarah Jorgensen on that last possession when she was coming over to play out the inbound. She was a bit frustrated with the pace that Cardiff Met have got on offense at the moment. She thinks things need to speed up a little bit more movement off the ball.
We're looking for it here. Jorgensen's got it. Marcazotti open. James checks to her. Jorgensen gets it back. Psyche doesn't take the three. Comes inside. Edwards on top. Can't get it to fall. Whoa. Tough defense there from Celine Lemoyne. It's going to be a foul call. I think she's hoping it's not an unsportsmanlike. And it's not, but it is going to be 2 free throws to come from the Pride here.
And that's just trademark Celine Lemoyne play right there. That's what she's all about getting in your face, not making it easy. Maybe a little bit too much pressure, maybe a little eager on that last one, but
I think that's what Coach Steph Collins telling you. First free throw up and out from Lake and James. Well, I mean, look, Cardiff Met have come back this quarter. After being outscored by 15, they've outscored the Pride by 8 so far, and they've cut it back to a 7-point Pride lead.
Yeah, I think that's in decent part due to the reintroduction of Mara Marcazotti in the second quarter. She's the only player from the original starting 5 that has a positive plus-minus at the moment. And so it seems when she's on the floor, they're much more successful, especially defensively.
Bunyan's got it now on the perimeter. Looking to go inside. Marcazotti with it. Back to the basket. Psyche, 5 to go. Needs to make something happen. Needs to get rid of it. Jorgensen's going to have to take this shot. She will. It's up. Glass in. All right. 6-point lead. James got it now. Looking to come inside. Over to Edwards. Rangers got it. James. Tweedy. Sean Phillips. Phillips on Hatch. Out. Edwards, 3. Up. Off. And Issy Bunyan comes away with it, but she loses the handle. Stolen away by Taylor Edwards for 2. That's a tough one to lose, Reese. Oh, boy. Okay, knocked out of bounds by Lakin James. No Archer turnover again. And that still will stay Archer basketball.
And Laura Marcazotti is going to check out of the game for Karis Roy.
Bunyan can't find anybody on the inbound. Finally gets it to Psyche. Well, that's really important. Like you said, Reese, Mara Marcazotti has just been played off the floor the past few weeks. Finally, though, starting to make things click so far today. And as a pass thrown away by the Archers again, Phillips, Hatch on the backside, goes up strong, lays it in. Another easy 2. Timeout called by the Archers as they're down by 10 again.
Shannon Hatch knew she couldn't foul on that last one. She knew she was beat as soon as Shannon Phillips got that steal. She knew there was nothing she could really do about that in terms of putting pressure on her. And that maybe is just contributed to Cardiff Met's momentum slipping in the last minute or so. They had the momentum going their way for those first couple minutes of the second quarter. It's starting to dwindle just a little bit. They need to try to keep on the toes of Caledonia going into the half.
Well, the biggest problem for Cardiff Met at this point, fouls. Lauren Psyche, 2 fouls. Sarah Jorgensen, 2 fouls. Shannon Hatch, 2 fouls. Celine Lemoyne, 2 fouls. I mean, the whole team's starting to get in foul trouble here. There's still 3 minutes to go to the half. If you're head coach Steph Collins, I mean, you could substitute them off the floor and put on some of your bench players, but I'm not sure you want to. Your bench has been getting annihilated out there.
And I think that might be a factor as to why it seems that Cardiff Met were getting back into that game in the start of the second quarter. Maybe it's because they were fouling instead of actually playing defense. So, you know, if they want to keep up the pressure they've been putting on Caledonia on defense in the second quarter, it might be at the cost of some fouls.
Inbound over to Sarah Jorgensen. Pride looking to keep working here on the Archers' defense. Other way around, actually. Shannon Hatch with it on the perimeter. Psyche's got it. Already 12 to go. Hatch, deep 3, up, and it's in! Finally got the look she wanted. Straightaway 3, knocks it home. Taylor Edwards looking to respond quickly. She's coming inside. Sizes up Karis Roy, dumps it off. Bunyan knocks it down. Psyche guards Rangera, up 3, off. And that's going to be Archer basketball. Good defense there from the Archers.
That was a great overall possession on offense and defense from the Archers. The first 3 of the game made by Shannon Hatch and her first points of the game. Hopefully that means she's going to start catching fire, but on defense as well. Not allowing too much inside. They're going to be happy to let Caledonia shoot the 3, especially when they're not going in.
No kidding. Psyche looking to make space here. Got a screen from Karis Roy waiting. Won't have, she's kind of got it. Has Bunyan, can't find her. Can't find anybody. Hatch, turnaround 2. Somehow puts it in, all right. Spinning away to the wrong side from the basket, up and in. Steph Collins asking for a foul, not gonna get it though.
Shannon Hatch, no points in the first 18 minutes of this game, and then she just steps on the court and gets 2 extremely difficult buckets, especially that second one, the fadeaway jumper on the baseline.
Edwards just beats Bunyan on the inside. Issy Bunyan went for the steal, couldn't quite get it. Edwards laid it in for 2. 7-point Pride lead. Jorgensen coming in on Lakin James. James right in her face. Forces her back, and a foul called on James for the reach. It's her first foul of the game. We're going to have 2 shots here from Sarah Jorgensen to come. Jorgensen 1 for 1 from the line today. And shooting about 76% on the season. That one up and in. This is one of the Archers' big advantages. When you look at the stats for both teams are relatively equal in everything. But Cardiff Met, 70% from the stripe so far this season. The Pride only 55%. And that one is not going to count.
Yeah, I think referee was claiming Sarah Jorgensen stepped over the line on that free throw.
Kim King steps back in the game. Lakin James gets it over to Taylor Edwards. Ranger now. Ranger. James. 14 to go. Doesn't like what she sees. Edwards. Inside to Sean Phillips. Phillips takes the hop step. Tries to lay it in. Won't get it to fall. James reverse layup. No. And it's out. Tweedy's got it. Phillips again. Coming inside. She double dribbled. And that's a turnover for the Archers again.
The legs on Sean Phillips. She manages to take 2 steps and cover about a mile, it seems like. That's such a useful tool in picking up your dribble on the outside of the arc and then finding your way into the paint.
Talk about outside the arc. Shannon Hatch's 3 doesn't fall. Taylor Edwards loses it. Stolen away by Kim King. Over to Karis Roy. Roy goes up strong. She's fouled. I know the bucket didn't drop, Reese, but that's really important. That's Taylor Edwards' 3rd foul already. If you can get her in foul trouble, I think the Archers will like that because Taylor Edwards has just been menacing on defense.
And I think Edwards potentially lost her head there just a little bit, maybe a bit frustrated at herself for giving up the steal and giving away the turnover. And it looks like she may be coming off shortly due to a bit of foul trouble.
Karis Roy can't get the first free throw to fall. Unfriendly rim, I believe. 58% from the free throw line on the season. The second free throw goes up. That one will still not fall. And Lakin James pulls down the rebound. She'll drive here and kick it over to Edwards, who remains in the game for now. 45 seconds left to go. Out to James. James spinning on Psyche. Pull up. Jay spinning in. 8-point lead.
The execution on some of these buckets that we've seen in the second quarter. Some of these just pull up. They're facing the other way. A little 180 from Lakin James there. She makes it look so much easier than it actually is.
Shannon Hatch gets it over to Lauren Psyche. Psyche driving inside on James. Pull up. Window off. Lakin James has it. Out to Edwards. Edwards runs on this side. Back. Edwards gets it back. Up. Still not going to go. Last few seconds of the half here. Shooting for the final shot. 8 to go. Long range 3. Edwards up. Knocks it home. 3 for the Pride. Stolen away. Can they get more? James. Leifel's up a 3. No. Doesn't get it to drop. No foul called. And that's how the first half is going to end. 43-32. Caledonia Pride taking 11-point lead into the break, Reese.
I mean, it was a promising second quarter, a much better second quarter there from Cardiff Met. I think the momentum definitely shifted in their favor at certain points in that second quarter in particular. Definitely not as much in the first quarter, but still a lot to work on, and still a bit of scary things on offense from Caledonia as well. They haven't been showing as much as they were in the first quarter in terms of being able to score at will, but I think it's a positive second quarter, a lot to take into the half.
Well, the Archers still down by 11. They managed to come back well in that second quarter, but then Caledonia just scored a lot at the end of that and came back on their own. 22-18. Cardiff outscored Caledonia in that second quarter, but they were outscored 25-10 in the first. Heading into the break, Lauren Psyche leads the way with 11 points for the Archers, 10 for Sarah Jorgensen, 16 for Sean Phillips to lead the way for the Caledonia Pride, 11 for Taylor Edwards, 10 for Lakin James, the captain of the team. Head coach Steph Collins and assistant coach Luke Strong looking to make some adjustments here for the Archers. Don't think they'll love what they saw in that first half. Archers out-rebounded 22-17 in the first half by the Pride. Cardiff Met with 12 turnovers to the Pride's 9. So head coach Bart Singers along with assistant coach Corey McCabe, looking to make their adjustments after the first half. I think, Reese, they'll like what they see. Big point of concern, though, only 1 point off the bench. It's not that big of a deal, of course. They're leading. They've scored 42 points, mainly from Phillips, Edwards, and James. Just not a whole lot else, though. Is that a cause for concern for the second half, you think?
Potentially, if there's a bit of burnout from your starting five. And we maybe saw a little bit of that towards the end of the second quarter, or the second half of that second quarter.
Yeah.
But I don't know. In that first quarter, that starting five was so automatic on offense, and they were putting so much pressure on Cardiff Met on defense. I think the defensive side of things maybe kind of died off a little bit in the second half, and Cardiff Met maybe showed a bit more effort and had a bit more momentum going their way due to the steals and the second chance points that Cardiff Met were getting in that second quarter. But
yeah.
I don't think it's too much cause for concern. I think if they just do the same thing that they did in that first half, I think Caledonia will be happy and probably take the victory today.
No complaints with that. Well, here at the half today, we have a bit of a halftime competition going on here. Got some kids from local schools and colleges here around the arena. Reese, I'm liking the workout that I see. Drop the ball, 5 jumping jacks, go inside, lay it up and in. With these backboards, I think you want to go for the swish. Not off the iron or the back glass, although one just goes in from there. What do I know?
Well, who's going to win? Which team are you?
I'm saying let's go the short side here, the near side.
Okay, I got the far side then.
Girl here in the olive shirt. Nice bucket.
I got fella here in the glasses. Go on, lad.
Oh! Nails it. Deep 2. Coming inside. Gonna lay it up with the right hand. Oh, with both hands. Cheated.
She could have just dropped that.
She could have dunked that.
Was it. This is a little bit unfair. That basket's about 6 inches higher than the other one.
It is.
Oh, this is rigged from the start.
See, on the near side, the near basket is about 6 inches lower than the other one. So that airball shot there, here on the near side that you saw, that's unfair, because that was going to be in on the other side.
Fella right here in the blue trackies doesn't care, though. He's going to knock it down all day.
Can't get that 2 to go.
Good jumping jack. She's taking her time.
Coming from the far side. Red jacket up.
A deep 2.
Oh.
Goodness me.
Off the back.
If that basket was maybe 2 or 3 feet higher, that one might have fallen.
Go back to that 10-foot regulation size hoop, Reese. That was dropping in. With the purple ball. It's up. Short one. Spins in and out. I don't know how. I thought that was in.
And it's interesting to see the different decisions being made in some of these players. Some players deciding to take it up to the rim and go for the nice layup. Some people trying to show off their shooting boots and taking some shots from downtown.
A nice mid-range bucket there. What would you do, Reese? Drive inside or take the long range too?
Oh, I'm driving inside. I'm throwing the ball in between my legs, 360 dunk, reverse, finger roll finish. I'm doing it all. I'm probably going to do a little like rainbow as well on my way.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the biggest piece of crap you'll hear all game. That is so untrue.
All I know is if you were in front of me, I'm dunking over you all day. That's the only thing I know for sure.
Not even close. I do have half a foot of height on Reese, I think. Maybe it's not that much, but in my mind it is.
It doesn't matter in terms of vertical, though. You know what I mean?
Coming inside with the left hand. Both hands up. The first one drops, but the second won't.
This is a close game here.
Out on the far side, multicolor ball. Spins in and out. In and in, sorry. Out and in. And on the near side, that one drops as well. I'm not totally sure who's winning here, Reese. It's hard to tell.
Well, I think it's my team, just because it's my team. It's the team on the far side.
Well, that is disappointing. Here it is. Up, off the window and in. 30 seconds, I hear from the referee. Driving inside, lays it up for 2, in and out again. Here on the near side with the dark ball, not going to go in though. Disbelief amongst the crowd. Looking to drive from the far side, no dribble. Tried to lay it up and in, didn't go. With just 8 to go, long range shot, off the iron, no. Looking for one more. Trying to skip the jumping jacks, won't do it.
Go on, checkered shirt. Oh!
One more to go to beat the buzzer. Oh. Inches away.
Oh, overall.
One more. Here it is. This is it.
Yes!
And it ends with the bucket.
What a finish.
I loved it, Reese.
That's my team.
I think Reese was right. His team did win that. Unfortunate.
I mean, was it ever a question? I don't think so.
Well, both teams looking to come back out on the floor here. Thanks for joining us for a little halftime fun, if you will.
Italy.
For those who care, apparently Italy's beaten Wales in rugby. Reese, Six Nations rugby, I suppose. Reese, you watch rugby at all?
Maybe a little bit more than you, but that's not very difficult given you watch as little rugby as possible. But my parents are Welsh, so it's been on at home sometimes, especially around this time of year when the Six Nations is on. But I don't think my dad will be paying too close attention given the recent woes that the Welsh rugby team has faced in this Six Nations. Pretty poor outing from them this tournament, from what I understand, and losing to Italy. Maybe the less said about that, the better.
Well, you know what? Everyone here, you're here for the most successful Welsh team, the women's basketball team, going for their third win here today. I didn't mean that negatively, by the way. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
This is the team in the top women's basketball league here in the United Kingdom. Cardiff Met, pretty successful program. Lots of great players here, looking to take advantage of that today and get a win here at home. Speaking of rugby, Reese, we are going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun commentating a rugby game together this week. Cardiff Met Rugby here against Cardiff on Wednesday night. We're excited for that.
Yes, we are. An alternative American commentary. No rules. We're going to have maybe the players' names in front of us, and that's about it. No understanding of the game. We're going to just try to look at it through an American football lens, perhaps, because that's all I know.
Same. I guess we're on the same page there. Well, we're almost ready for the start of the second half, just about 4 to 5 minutes away here. So looking at the recent results for both teams, I mean, Caledonia, of course, 5 wins, 2 losses in their last 7 games after a 1-8 start. Really impressive, going 5-2. They've beaten the Wolves, beaten Gloucester Queens, Durham Powhatan, Gloucester Queens again, and the Manchester Mystics last week and won 75-53. On a roll right now, again in 8th place today. A win would put them up on 14 points, which would be really important for their playoff hopes. That would put them level with 6th and 7th place Essex Rebels and Nottingham Wildcats and put more distance between them and 9th and 10th place Newcastle Eagles and Durham Powhatan. For the Archers, again, looking for that home win, the first one of the season. Their last home win was actually almost a year ago. They beat Durham here at home last April 2021. So looking to change the narrative here and get a win, get a first home win.
It's maybe a little bit biased to call this the King Quid Coliseum, given it has been a year without a victory. But as soon as that victory comes, the King Quid Coliseum is back in effect.
If you're just joining us on our Cardiff Met Archer basketball YouTube streams, here on the WBBL official YouTube channel, this is Reese's favorite gimmick. He likes to claim that Kincoid campus, the location of the game today, is the Kincoid Coliseum, if you will. Unfortunately, hasn't been the case so far for the WBBL side this season, but hey, plenty of time left. Lots of fans here today. Good atmosphere. The comeback is not out of the realm of possibility. It's honestly, giving up the 43 points hurts, and it was that run at the end of the second quarter really hurt the Archers, but they really did a good job managing to come back at the start of the second, and they've got plenty of opportunities here to come back in the third and fourth quarter, come out with a win.
And that second quarter is one of the first times I've seen Cardiff Met actually outscore their opponents when it's early in the game. Sometimes it's happened in the fourth quarter when the other team has switched off and thrown in some of their bench players, but the fact that they outscored them 22-18 in that second quarter with a couple lapses in concentration and lapses in momentum, if they can keep the momentum and have the momentum going their way in the second half, anything can happen. I personally thought it was maybe out of the realm of possibility after that first quarter, because Cardiff Met have a trend of going down early, as I said before, going down early and it being too big of a hole to dig out of. But, that second half proved me a little bit wrong. Momentum went their way. They got a string of points and, outscored Caledonia in that second quarter. So if they can just do that for the rest of the game, it's not too big of a lead to claw back from.
Well, I think in order to get back in this game, you got to score points, obviously. Best way to do that, threes. Cardiff Met really struggled this season from the three-point arc, about 24% on the year, near the bottom of the league. But weirdly today, they're only 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Shannon Hatch's deep three in the second quarter was the only three the Archers have hit, only taken 3 on the game, which is admittedly a little low. And if you're looking to get back on this 9-point deficit, I think you have to start there, Reese.
I think so, but I also think that, especially in that second quarter, they started to pick and choose certain plays that were effective. You know, getting the ball into the hands of Mara Marcazotti. We saw it in that second quarter.
Yeah,
she started to hit her stride a little bit with 2 quick baskets back to back. So I think they recognize, Cardiff Met, that they're not a strong 3-point shooting team. Only really the likes of Shannon Hatch and Kim Kang ever really contribute to the 3-point scoring output, and that's not that much, as you said earlier in the season. But I think they're picking and choosing their moments, and I don't think they're going to resort to throwing up threes and potentially wasting possessions until they feel like they really, really need to. And right now, only at an 11-point deficit, it would be nice to hit 1 or 2 just to fast track some of the comeback. But I don't know. I think they know their strengths, and I think they're trying to tailor to their strengths in their play on offense.
Now, if you're the Pride, there are 3 stats that I like coming into the start of the third quarter here. Points in the paint, they're outscoring the Archers 28-14 on the interior. Points from turnovers, they have 14 points from turnovers so far, and the 16 points on fast breaks. Reese, I like the energy Caledonia brought so far today. They've traveled well, they've been ready to go. Are you looking for more of that here in the second half, do you think?
I think so, and again, I think it being, especially the starting 5 predominantly be the only 5 that have really had an effect on the court today, I think that might die out in the second quarter. You want to be sure that you're not having heavy legs and putting maybe a bit too much pressure and tying yourselves out. But in that first quarter, they absolutely shut down Cardiff Met on both ends of the floor. They were automatic on offense, and they shut them down on defense, just almost strictly with the energy that they were putting and the aggression that they had on Cardiff Met. They weren't letting anybody have any easy times on the ball. So if they want to continue that and stop Cardiff Met from gaining any momentum in the second quarter, and then maybe slow things down on offense to get their breath back, I think that's a tactic. But I don't know. I think they know what they're doing. I think they know their strengths, and I think they're going to come out and just do the same thing that they did in the first quarter, hopefully.
Well, if you're Cardiff Met, there's a few places you want to go. Specifically, go right at Taylor Edwards. Edwards, coming into the third quarter, she's already got 3 fouls. If you can get her up to 5, obviously she fouls out of the game. And the more you do that, the better. Although on the bench, replacing her when she was in foul trouble in the first quarter was Erin McGarrigan, who was an international Great Britain player. It's not like you're bringing any slouches off the bench here. Caledonia Pride are a deep team. Cardiff Met hoping to do the same. Hoping to do and be the same. Both teams, though, struggling with points off the bench. The Archers only with 2 points off the bench in the first half. Pride only with 1. And that's how we stand here coming into the third quarter. Well, coming onto the floor now are the Pride. On the floor, number 5, Sean Phillips. Number 12, Maëla Falou. Number 4, Maud Ranger. 55, Lakin James. And number 25, Elise Tweedy. For the Archers, number 13, Kim Kang. Number 8, Sarah Jorgensen. 15, Mara Marcazotti. 22, Shannon Hatch. And number 3, Lauren Psyche come onto the floor. That's the same starting 5 for the Archers. For the Pride, similar starting 5. But Taylor Edwards off the floor for Maëla Falou instead. Lauren Psyche gets the ball off the inbound, down by 11. Archers start this third quarter off with possession. Marcazotti with it, dumps it inside. Psyche off the glass, early bucket in the first 10 seconds.
It's a great start. Momentum going their way already for Cardiff Met.
And Jared gets it over. James looking for Phillips, won't find it. Falou finds Phillips this time. Double team, up, window off. Gets the own rebound. Looks to kick it back, and she will. 10 to go. James with it on Psyche, and we've got a travel called. Good start for the Archers, like you said, Reese. A travel and 2 points.
Lakin James not very happy with that call. This is the start that Steph Collins would have wanted from Cardiff Met coming out of that halftime.
Psyche gets it over to Marcazotti, gets it back. Tries to go up. Ranger on her. Up, off the glass, and in. 2 more for Lauren Psyche. Up to 15 already. Gets the steal as well. Back to Kim Kang. Kang driving on Falou. She'll pull it back. Picks up the dribble, dumps it off. Psyche now. Looking to go inside. No look pass inside to Marcazotti. Lays it up and in. It's down to 5.
Mara Marcazotti, Lauren Psyche, that connection, that team up, scoring or assisting on every basket for Cardiff Met so far in this third quarter.
Falou's got it. Marcazotti switches onto her, splits, back. Sean Phillips driving inside on Hatch, double teamed, over. Tweedy gets the momentum back for the Pride.
That's so unlucky from Shannon Hatch. She had her hands up and the ball just went straight through her hands. If they were just a little bit closer together, that would have been another steal for Cardiff Met, another stop.
Archer's looking to maintain this early run. Jorgensen coming inside. Falou stops her. Psyche, 7 to go. Jorgensen, 3, it's up. Not going to fall. Marcazotti can't grab the rebound. It's back. Lakin James has got it. James. Falou. James coming inside. It's up. Foul called. And they're going to go to the line here. 2 shots to come from Lakin James. 45 to 38. 8 minutes and 3 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Apologies, our scoreboard's had some issues. It's not on right now. We're getting it up here in just a moment. Two free throws to come from Lakin James. First one up and in. Puts her up to 11 points on the day. The team captain. James shooting about 77% from the line. Second free throw up and in as well. 38 to 47, 9-point lead. Jorgensen dumps it off to King on the handoff. King coming inside, beats Rongier. King up, swishes it up and in. 2 more for the Archers again, 7-point lead. And I'm not sure what we have here. We have, looks like we have a foul called on Kim King here, off the ball. And this will be Pride basketball just across midcourt. So an off-ball foul for the Archers there. Phillips coming around the perimeter. Weird little layup, gets the own rebound, tries to go up, no foul called. Marcazotti's got the rebound.
Cardiff Met have had some great stand-up defense so far in this third quarter. Marcazotti and Shannon Hatch just staying their ground, putting their hands up. They know they can't get into foul trouble. They're putting just enough pressure to put Caledonia off. Lauren Psyche draws another foul. She's going to head to the line for 2 and try to cut this deficit to only 5 points. Positive start for Cardiff Met in this third quarter.
Psyche's been fouled 4 times in this game. Taking a lot of hits out there and working for every point she's going to get. Archers down by 7, looking to cut it down to 5 here. Psyche leads the Archers with 15 points so far in the game. 3 for 5 from the free throw line today, now 3 for 6. Apologies to all Archer fans. I shouldn't say anything about that. Don't worry, though. If you're a Pride fan, I'm sure I'll accidentally do the same thing to one of your free throws as well. It's one of my worst curses as a commentator. Second free throw up and in. 6-point lead for the Pride. Falou drives it up the floor quickly. We'll come to a quick stop here. Rongier looking inside. Tweedy's got it. Marcazotti on her. Tweedy spins. And it's a block by Marcazotti. King's got it. Going up the floor. James on the backside. Psyche now. Psyche splits. Whips it in. Marcazotti catches it. Needed to go up stronger earlier. Didn't. Off to Hatch. Up. Still won't fall.
That was a well-developed play. Unlucky not to get the finish from Shannon Hatcher.
James goes inside. Lays it off the glass. Gets the and one to come. Tough physical play there from Lakin James. Looking for a 3-point play after that one. Well earned.
I don't think Mara's happy with that one. I can't tell if she's mad at the officials or mad at herself there, but not happy committing that foul. Maybe a bit of a momentum killer for Cardiff Met there.
The Archers have been to the line 16 times. This will be, after these 2 free throws from Lakin James, 12 for the Pride, with only 1 to go. Missed the free throw. Shannon Hatch with the big rebound. Sarah Jorgensen knocks it over to Psyche. Psyche calls the play, looking for some screens to come. Hatch slips open. Psyche. 7 to go. Can't find the play she wants. Psyche comes in. Sends it over. Marcazotti up, and she's fouled. Gonna go to the line for 2 again.
That connection between those two in this third quarter so far, unbelievable. Lauren Psyche and Mara Marcazotti. The first couple points in this third quarter were Lauren Psyche dipping it to Mara Marcazotti and then cutting inside, Marcazotti finding her under the basket. And there's been a bit of versatility in that connection, but it's those two that are driving this comeback for Cardiff Met right now.
Marcazotti hits the first one in. Again, this is really important, not just for the Archers team, but for Mara Marcazotti. She's really struggled the past few weeks after returning from an injury, but she's played really well today. And Reese, you've mentioned it a lot. Second free throw drops in as well. For the Archers to be more competitive in these games, they need a big interior presence, getting rebounds, knocking down those easy layups. And that's what Marcazotti's done today.
And again, she's the only starter from Cardiff Met that has a positive plus minus today. So she's the only one that is going to be really important in her size.
Wrapped up here is Kerr. King trying to fight with her for it. Finally a foul call as King stabs in her left hand on the backside. It's going to be a foul on the Archers again. Just over 6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter, 49-43. Pride have the lead. Inbound to come from Ranger here. Eva Kerr's got it. Roy on her. Falou. 8 to go. Flips it to the wing. Ranger 3. Swishes home.
That was such a pure stroke from Ranger there. Unbelievable.
9-point Pride lead reestablished. Toss inside from Jorgensen. 2 casual. Stolen away by Lakin James yet again. James, wing, coming in. Driving to the paint with the left hand. Up. And it's not going to count, says the referee. Looks like we've got a shakes her head and the look says no way. Blocking foul called on Lauren Psyche. That one's on the floor.
I think I can understand the frustration from Lakin James there. She got the shot up really, really soon after the whistle was blown.
Very true, and that one out of bounds. That's off Maela Falou. Knocked out by Kim Kang. So the Archers forced the turnover. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Lauren Psyche's got it. Psyche, a couple defenders on her. King sort of loses it, gets it back. Picks up her dribble, back to Hatch. 10 to go. Hatch from 3, up, nowhere close. Kerr racing down the floor here. Flips it back. Ranger. No look pass inside to James. Hatch grabs the rebound. Kang with it. Out to the wing goes Jorgensen. Deep 2, up, off. And they're just sprinting back and forth. Long pass from Lakin James, too far out of bounds. It looks like we've got substitutions and a timeout on the floor called by Caledonia here. Fast couple of minutes, Reese. Both teams going back and forth right out of here.
It proves in the score. It's just about even. 11 points for Cardiff Met in this third quarter, 9 for Caledonia. So it is really, really back and forth. The momentum was going the way of Cardiff Met early in this third quarter with, like I said, Mara Marcazotti and Lauren Psyche catching fire a little bit. That connection between those two combining for 6 really, really fast points in about the first minute of play in this third quarter. And then Caledonia have started to pick themselves back up a bit in this third quarter. And, Lakin James and Ranger in particular hitting some difficult shots. That 3 from Ranger really kind of knocked the wind out of Cardiff Met a little bit and kind of killed the momentum that they had going for them.
Definitely so. Lakin James leading the way for the Pride. Sean Phillips leads the way in all scorers with 16 points. She's tied with Lauren Psyche, but Lakin James has 14, along with 8 rebounds, 4 steals as well. Most in the game, and Lakin James, has just managed to take advantage of tough defense. Never been off the floor so far. Coming back out of the break here, Archers still down by 9. Not out of this game, and won't be too disappointed with that. Down by 9, looking to come back here, mid-third quarter, looking to complete that comeback. Hatch inside, Roy backing down the defender. Roy spins, knocked away. Good defense there. Ranger's got it. Over to Falou. Kerr in. Bodies up Karis Roy, and that one's out of bounds off of Kerr's hands. Turnover.
Great defense from Karis Roy. She's going to have to pick up the slack for Cardiff Met with Mara Marquezzotti not on the floor. And like I said, Mara Marquezzotti the only starter with a positive plus-minus. And she's going to have a huge role to play with Marquezzotti on the bench at the moment.
Karis Roy needs to set strong defense there in the paint. Jorgensen's got it on the outside. 10 to go. Gets a screen from Roy. Looked for it. Couldn't find it. A long pass again. It's not hard enough from Sarah Jorgensen. Stolen by Lakin James, her 5th. Inside. Phillips up. Rifles one. No way. Jorgensen gets it out to Psyche. Psyche on the run. 1-on-2. Psyche kicks it back. Hatch. 3. Jorgensen up. Knocks it home. 3 more from the Archers.
Baby. Huge.
6-point Pride lead. Ranger, Falou. Kerr. Falou, deep 3, up. Falou knocks it home. Back to a 9-point game, 55-46.
As soon as Cardiff Met make a rare 3, Caledonia just come and do the exact same thing and absolutely mitigate that.
Psyche, 3, this one up. Psyche knocks her 3 home. That's a 2, sorry. Got a little too excited on that one. Lakin James got it. She'll drive forward here. Psyche on her. James, 1-on-1, far side. Ranger up. Going to the strong side now. Gets it back. 8 on the clock. Jorgensen screened away, drives up, gets it in over Karis Roy's outstretched hand.
Ranger did a great job there, using her body to protect the ball from Karis Roy.
And that long pass from Lauren Psyche out of bounds. Psyche on 6 assists, knows that should have been 7. I just missed it there. The most surprising part of the game is definitely that of points for the Archers, Reese. 18 for Psyche, 13 for Sarah Jorgensen, and 5 for Shannon Hatch. Not what we expected.
And as much as I want to say it's a positive, Lauren Psyche and Sarah Jorgensen picking up some of the scoring slack, but that's only going to ever be a positive if it's complementing Shannon Hatch also scoring a lot of points, and that's not, they're doing it instead of her scoring a lot of points today. So if they can just combine that, the scoring output between all 3 of them, they're going to be actually dangerous on offense.
Ranger's 3, gets it home again. For Maud Ranger, that is her 3rd 3 of the game so far. 3 of 5 from beyond the arc, 60%. More importantly, 9 points from there, puts the Pride up by 12. Jorgensen coming inside, back out to Wagstaff, who tries to respond, probably a little forced. That's not going to go. Lakin James with it. McGarrigan's got it now. Got options on the interior, gets it over. Ranger deep 2 from the elbow, puts it home. Maud Ranger taking over right now, 13 points for her.
She's such a pure shooting stroke, it's ridiculous.
Psyche on the wing. 13 to go, it's up, and it's not going to fall. Edwards comes inside, beats Psyche. McGarrigan goes up, and it's off of every rim and not in. I don't know how.
Edwards going to be upset with that from McGarrigan. A little bit of shake and bake. Absolutely sold all the defenders in her way.
Jorgensen tries the same, can't get it to fall. And that one taken away by the Pride here. Long pass, Psyche intercepts it. Psyche coming around the edge, hands it off, Hatch, it's up and in.
Jamie,
2 more there.
Number three, the short
Lakin James coming in, she'll take a pull-up 3, it's up, not gonna fall. Karis Roy can't grab the rebound. It's off of Aaron McGarrigan's hands. That's gonna be Archers basketball. Laura Shanahan checking back in the game along with Mara Marquezzotti, Sarah Wagstaff, Karis Roy coming off the floor. Lakin James coming off as well for number 8, Taryn Cummins for the Pride. Marquezzotti at the top. Hatch with it now. 12 to go. Gets it over to Psyche, sends it on the interior for Marcazotti. Rolls out of bounds off of McGarrigan's leg. It's still going to be Archer basketball. 8 on the shot clock, though. Where's your 8-second play going, Reese? Who's it to?
Lauren Psyche dishes it to somebody and then gets the ball back.
Gets it back to Hatch. 2 up and in. Sorry, Reese, your microphone was off.
I only wanted you to know anyway.
Fair enough. His answer was wrong. Taylor Edwards got it now. Maud Rongier gets it to the top. Phillips, McGarrigan again. 10 to go. Driving on Marcazotti. Puts the shoulder in. Rolls it up and in. Archers need to stem the tide. Not going their way right now. 7 to go on the clock. Psyche coming inside. Edwards knocks it away. Got to get a shot up. Hatch looking to do something. One-handed running floater. Not going to fall. And that's how this third quarter ends. 64-52. Caledonia Pride with a 12-point lead right now, Reese.
And momentum going the way of Caledonia towards the end of that quarter. And I think Cardiff Met had such a positive start. It's such a positive start through Lauren Psyche and Mara Marcazotti. Lauren Psyche leading scoring for Cardiff Met on 18 points so far. And that connection between her and Mara Marcazotti at the start of that third quarter was absolutely fire, if I do say so myself. Kind of fell off a little bit. Mara Marcazotti stepping off the floor for a few minutes there. And I think Caledonia just kind of went back to what they were doing in the first quarter. They started putting a lot more pressure, a lot more aggression in their defense, and I think Cardiff have maybe started to fluster just a little bit towards the end of that quarter. And, definitely. You know, it's definitely back and forth. Caledonia 21 points in that quarter. Cardiff Met with 20 themselves. Yeah. So it's these last two quarters have been super, super even, but it was that first quarter again, like I said, a bit of a tale of Cardiff Met this season, going down early, and it's just a bit too big of a hole. If there wasn't such a huge deficit, a 15-point deficit in that first quarter that they had to claw their way back from, I think it'd be a much different story.
Well, Caledonia, again, coming into today off the back of 4 straight wins. Won every game in February and the start of March. And then, at the moment, looking to go for that 5th here as well. Lakin James leading the way for the Pride so far. Shannon Phillips leads the way with 16 points, of course. But Lakin James has 14 of her own and has just been a menace defensively. Still not back on the floor as Lakin James. Pride will start this quarter without her. Andre gets it over to Cummins. Phillips now looking for McGarrigan. Keep control of it. Edwards won't take the 3. Looking to drive inside on Jorgensen. Gets her on the back. Lays it up and in with the left hand. Archer's down by 14.
Edwards is a baller, isn't she? Absolute baller.
A lot of speed every time she goes around the edge. Cardiff Met in trouble. Jorgensen, Ronjay on her. Psyche's open. She floats a deep pass over to Marcazotti. It's knocked out of bounds. Good recovery defense there from the Pride.
I think that lane was a bit too open for Lauren Psyche to not take that herself. I would have expected maybe take another dribble and a little floater finish. I'm sure she would have been closed down. That lane wouldn't have stayed open forever, but I think the floater was on more than the floating pass she went for.
With a second on the shot clock, rifles it up, won't fall. Hatch off the offensive rebound puts it in. Hatch up to 11 points now. Quick pass inside to Cummins. Cummins looking to get it back. McGarrigan outside. Phillips. Phillips got lost. Cummins from 3. And it bricks off the bottom of the glass. Psyche's got it. Psyche inside. Going to Hatch. And she's fouled. Got a foul on the interior. Just going to come from the baseline. We'll throw in here for the Archers. Kim King to check back on the floor. Looks like we have Sarah Jorgensen to come off here. So for the Archers, Shannon Hatch has 11 points. Finally getting closer to that 19-point average. Looking for more from her here to close the gap. Goes right to her, up and in, now to 13 points. Archers cutting back into the lead. Edwards got it. Cummins at the top. McGarrigan on the perimeter, dumps it off. Edwards, one-on-one with Psyche here. Pulls up right in her face, and it's not going to fall. Ronjay with the great offensive rebound. Inside again. Inside. Phillips lays it off the bottom, gets it back, and another bucket. Reese, that's unstoppable.
Not a whole lot you can do from that, Sean Phillips. I think she might be feeling the effects of being on the floor as much as she had.
2 and 1 for the Archers goes Lauren Psyche. Good response there, I'd say.
And if there's anybody to turn to in this game, it is Lauren Psyche. Lauren Psyche now up to 20 points, leading all scoring on the floor today. She's going to try to take advantage of a 3-point play.
Psyche looking to hit this free throw if she can, get it back to a single 9-point lead if she can, get it out of the double digits. Do we want to go player of the game, Psyche, because she's been the best player
Yeah.
Rangero's got it over to Cummins. McGarrigan now. Lakin James just checked in the game, cutting inside, won't find her. Cummins, McGarrigan back. Driving inside on Marcazzati, goes right into her chest, lays it up and in. Tough 2 points, she earned those.
That did not look like it was going to go in at all. Just maybe a bit of a Hail Mary there, but I'll allow it.
Hey, who cares? Take it, right? Edwards, no-look pass, looking for Cummins, a little too tricky, and she knows it.
That was a 4-on-1 there for Edwards. Maybe would have come off if she just looked at where she was passing, maybe,
yeah.
I think?
Well, there were a lot of options, to be fair, so.
To be fair, there were a lot of style points on offer there if that no-look pass came off, so.
You know what, Reese?
Fair
I'm
play.
okay with it. I think it was fun. Well, 11-point lead for the Pride. Heading into 7.5 minutes to go. Cardiff Met need to make this comeback now. Ball rolls off of Kim King's foot and out of bounds. Another turnover forced by the Pride.
Well, is it just when you put the percentages on your screen? Can you put what the shooting percentages?
Lakin James taking it up the floor now. Pride shooting almost 50% from the field today. Archers nearing the same. Almost 50% for them as well. As Lakin James goes up, hits it right in Psyche's face. 13-point lead for the Pride now as a timeout called by the Archers. Reese, let's focus on that for a moment, those shooting percentages. Cardiff Met at 48% right now on the floor, 52% from 2. Caledonia Pride, 49% from the floor, 48% from 2 after that bucket. I mean, they're shooting about the same, but really it's just about efficiency and turnovers right now for the Pride, isn't it?
Definitely, and I mean, it's a shame that Cardiff Met are losing right now when they're shooting as well as they are, because it's rare that they've had such a good shooting day. Like you said, 48% from the field, 52% from 2. It's their 3-point shooting that's kind of lacking compared to Caledonia. I think that's been the difference. Caledonia, 6 from 12 from 3. Super impressive 3-point shooting, particularly from Ron Jarrett as well. 3 out of 5 on her own. I think that's the main difference between the two on this quite impressive shooting day from both teams.
No kidding. Well, the Pride, of course, taking advantage from 3, shooting 23% from behind the arc for the season, below Cardiff Met, who shoot 24. So a bit of a surprise there, but I don't think the Pride are going to care if you ask them. Ron Jarrett specifically shooting 26% on the season from beyond the arc, but hey, 60% today, and she's taking full advantage of it as well. She's 6th in the league coming into today with made 3-pointers, hit 38 on the season. And she's got it up to 41 now after today, if not more to come.
And I think the stats are going to be pretty misleading in terms of Caledonia, given that they did go just about winless with a pretty terrible record for the first half of their season. But you know, they don't look like a team that's already lost 10 games this season. They look like a team that is on a 4-win run at the moment.
They certainly do. Long shot from the Archers won't go. Lakin James coming inside. Lemoyne trying to force her back out, and she will. Rangier. James. Top of the arc. 12 to go. Sending it over to the far side. Rangier open from 3, looking to make it 4, and she will! 75-59. Talk about a dagger 3, Reese. That one's going to hurt.
A dagger 3 paired by a no-look assist from Lakin James as well. She made a big note of having her follow-through go straight forward and the pass go to the side, and she made everyone aware that was a no-look pass.
Kim King, it's out of bounds off of her. She picked up the ball with a foot out of bounds. That's another turnover for the Archers. 4 from the Archers on the turnover count today. That's their 19th turnover, sorry. And just too much on the season, too much in the game for them. down by 16, just over 6 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this game. Cardiff Met looking for anything they can get right now. Really only have 4 scorers. Psyche, Jorgensen, 21 for Psyche, 13 for Jorgensen, 8 for Mara Marcazzati, 13 for Shannon Hatch. That's it. And for the Pride side, really only 4 scorers for them as well. Ranger, Phillips, Edwards, and James, but all of them have scored 13 or above. King gets it over to Psyche. Psyche driving up the floor here. Psyche at the perimeter. Sends it over to Lemoyne. Lemoyne running inside. Floats it off the glass and in. Edwards got it now. Edwards looking to come inside. Jukes out Psyche. Dumps it off. Can't get it to go, though, for McGarrigan. Hey, McGarrigan turns and says, why not? And gets it in on her own.
That was disgusting from Edwards there. That was so nonchalant. Little behind the back shimmy, shake and bake. Lauren Psyche tries to go the other way herself, and it bricks off the side of the glass.
Kicked over here. Lincoln James now got it. She'll wait for Taylor Edwards to catch up to her. Ranger. McGarrigan. James coming in on Shanahan. Goes up for 2 and 1.
Wow.
Lincoln James, unstoppable. She knows it. 61 for Cardiff Met. 77 here for the Pride. Lakin James up to 18 points right now. She hits this free throw, she go up to 19. Sheesh.
But paired with 5 steals as well. Like she's been so active on both ends of the court today. I mean, yeah, maybe not the scoring dominance as most players have when they're as good as she is, but she's doing so much other stuff apart from scoring as well. That's really contributing to the Caledonia's lead right now.
She really is. 79 points for the Pride. I apologize before I said 77. 18-point lead over the Archers here. Lauren Psyche's got it now. Hands it off. Jorgensen coming inside. Finds space. Running floater not going to fall. You can feel it. The wind's out of the sails right now, Reese.
That needs to be a left-handed finish.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh. No look pass. Skipped off the floor.
Well, I was going to say that needs to be a left-handed finish from Sarah Jorgensen, but it doesn't matter when Taylor Edwards can do whatever she wants.
I liked that one. That was pretty impressive. One of the plays of the game here. Hatch collects it, turns around, tries to go for 2. She's fouled by Erin McGarrigan. So as McGarrigan comes to the line for 2 here, looking to build on that 20-point lead. As we look ahead to the future, Reese, that first home win of the season is not going to come today. And guess what's on the horizon, my friend? Undefeated Seven Oaks Suns next Saturday, March 26th at home. You couldn't get a much more scary fixture than that after this one.
Well, if ever there was a time that the Archers are going to break the mold, I mean, who knows? You know what I mean?
Hey, why not?
You never know.
Suns playing the Lions tomorrow in the WBBL Trophy. That's actually going to be live on Sky Sports, I believe. Tomorrow afternoon at 1. This is the first meeting of the season between Seven Oaks Suns and London Lions, the 2 undefeated teams in the league so far this season, the 2 who are really trading off the titles. Remember, last season the Suns won the league, but then the London Lions won the playoffs. Airballed 3 there as Lauren Psyche comes away with it. Archers down by 18 here. Over to Hatch. 14 to go. Turnaround Jay. Hey, gets it to go.
Wow. Little fadeaway bucket.
Back to a 16-point game now as Hatch up to 17. Kobe-esque, as our director says. I agree. Edwards lays it in off the glass. Should have been an and 1, I think, with that kind of pressure.
Edwards does not care how much contact she has. She's going to use her strength and use her deft finishing ability there. That's such a tough finish.
Lauren Psyche, James on her, underhand pass over to King. King comes inside, beats the defender, lays it up and in, right over Rose Harvey. Just King's 4th point of the game today. And the average is about 6 on the season. James over to Harvey, who hands it off to McGarrigan. Got James. James wants the 3. You can see it coming, and she strokes another one in. Reese, I think we know who our player of the game is.
I think so as well. I think Lakin James. It's kind of unstoppable, and it's difficult. It's difficult to pick from Caledonia at the moment. But that number 55, Lakin James, has been different.
Inside goes Psyche. Little spinning layup there. Underhand dumps it in, 86-69. Taylor Edwards to take it up the court now. Rose Harvey on the far side. McGarrigan. Over to Edwards. Edwards coming in. Out to the far side. James, another three. That one's not going to fall. And a shot clock violation. This will be Archer basketball here. Reese, Archer's down by 17. Like we mentioned, it's in large part due to Lakin James's 21 points, 53% from the field, 50% from behind the three-point line, 8 rebounds, 5 steals. That doesn't include all the bad plays she's forced from Cardiff Met either. What have you seen from her today?
Well, you know, the stats don't really tell the story of the aggression and the pressure that she's put on Cardiff Met, particularly on defense. That's where I've been most impressed with her. She reads the game, and she knows what Cardiff Met are going to do 2 steps before they even do it.
Running layup here. 2 more for the Pride. This time, Sophie Loughran, as she recently checked into the game. Well, another turnover, another steal, like you said, Reese. Cardiff Met just haven't been able to cope with that defensive pressure from the Pride. Deep 3 going up from Psyche here. Off the iron and out. Lakin James got it coming away here. Falou inside. McGarrigan off her foot. And, hey, she's going to get it back anyway. Harvey for 3. Won't fall that time. Tough day. Looking to go inside. Can't get it there. Out. King. 3. Back iron off. Gets her own rebound. Lays it up. Not going to fall either. And we've got a foul call there. She's going to go to the line for 2. Cardiff Met is looking to save whatever they can right here. So, Reese, let's take a look ahead at the Pride schedule. For the Pride, they're going to go on the road to the Newcastle Eagles next week. That is a huge game for them. Pride will go up to 14 points with the win here today, which is really important. Again, they'll have 3 games in hand over the Eagles, but the Eagles won't play again until that game. Now, the big concern there for the Pride, if you win today, you're up to 14 points. You've got a 4-point lead on the Eagles, but you have 3 games in hand over them. If the Eagles can win that game, they'd only be 2 points back, plus 2 games in hand over the Pride. It's a scary proposition.
But I think that they can only... They have to be taking this season in 2 halves. It is the definition of a tale of 2 halves for Caledonia in terms of how their season has gone so far. And I don't think they can really focus on the amount of losses that they had earlier in the season. I think they can only do what they're doing right now, which is trying to turn things around. And they're probably going to walk away here on their 5th win in a row. And I think that they're doing everything that they can that's in their power to give themselves the best chance in the playoffs.
Certainly are. We've got a jump ball here. Possession arrow pointing to the Archers. And that's going to be Archer possession. Down by 18 with just over a minute, 10 seconds left to go. Tough day for Cardiff Met, Reese. But like you mentioned, it's really the Caledonia Pride have earned this one. Long trip down here all the way from Edinburgh. See, I know how to say it. Shanahan's got it with 12 on the clock here. 13 on the clock, sorry. Jorgensen coming inside, beats the defender. One-handed floater, not going to fall. No luck on the teardrop. Jorgensen's going to cross half court here. Maybe just a possession or 2 left for the Archers heading into the final minute. Hatch is going to post up from a long 3, gets it to fall. And she's going to go up to 20 points on the game on the deep one. 20% from beyond the arc today. And she's got her 20 points, Reese. She managed to come back and get to that season average and beat it. But the Archers were already down by so much, it just didn't matter.
And she did it in this 4th quarter when the rest of the players that were kind of picking up her slack for her, and Lauren Psyche and Sarah Jorgensen, haven't really been contributing that much to the scoring. So it doesn't seem that they can combine their scoring outputs together.
Certainly been an issue for the Archers here as we head into the final seconds. Should be the last play of the game. About 10 seconds to go on the clock. Sends it inside, looking for Hatch. Outside, King for 3. She'll put it up. Not going to fall. Rebounded there by Falou. And that should be the end of this game. She'll run out the clock. And that's how this one ends. 88-73, a 15-point Caledonia Pride lead. That's how they win this game, Reese. Final thoughts on the game, Reese. What do you think?
I thought Cardiff Met played quite well today. I think they can take quite a lot of positives in terms of their most recent performances that they've had in weeks past, I think that their shooting was much, much better today, as it's shown by the numbers. I mean, 47% from the field. That's at least 15 to 20% better than we've seen in weeks past. It's been in the low 30s and 20s. So I think there's a lot of positives to take. I just think they were simply outclassed. I think Caledonia just had a bit too much, skill, and they had too many players on the floor, too many offensive and defensive threats that Cardiff Met just couldn't hope. I think they were just simply the better team, but lots of positives for Cardiff Met to take today.
Definitely a tough one for the Archers. I mean, Caledonia, they just took hold of everything the whole time. Player of the game for the game today, Lakin James, 36 minutes on the floor, 21 points, 50% from 2, 50% from 3, 50% from the free throw line. Nice, clean triple-double there from shooting, I guess. But hey, she's got 9 rebounds to go along with 3 assists, 5 steals as well. And that doesn't count all the problems she caused for the Archers on defense. Really impressive day from the Pride. Lakin James leading the way. Thank you for joining us here on the WBBL official channel. Join us next week for the Seven Oaks Suns as they travel here to the Archers Arena to play Cardiff Met next Saturday afternoon. Thank you for joining us again. I've been Atticus P., joined by Reese Jones. 88-73, Caledonia Pride over Cardiff Met.